everyone, it's Veronica, and in this tutorial I wanted to show you how to create this super easy notebook graphic in Storyline. I learned this a long time ago from one of Tom Kulhmann's videos when I first started using Storyline, and this was the very first graphic that I created from shapes, and I'm going to recreate it here as an homage to Tom Kulhmann's video. These tabs here work as links to other parts of the notebook. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to do this super quickly. I'm back in my slide here, and it won't be as tidy as I would like it to be, but I'm going to insert first a rectangle for this side of the notebook, which I don't know what it's called, but anyway, we'll call it the left side. And then I'm going to copy that across, make a copy rather, and just stretch it out to about there. So this is going to be the cover of my notebook. Now I'm just going to change the color of that to something else right now, red. Okay, so this is the gross part of my notebook. Now what I need to do is create the spiral. So to do that, I'm going to insert a circle, and I'll hold down the shift key just to make it a nice perfectly round circle. I think it's probably a little bit too big, so I'll just reduce it a little bit. There we go, that's better. And now I'm going to again select it, hold down the control key and drag it across to make a copy. And that is the first bit of my spiral. Next I'm going to insert a rounded rectangle there. I'll just make it here on the side first. It's going to be quite thin like that. I'll change it to a very light grey colour, and I'll just make sure that it's very rounded. And now I'm just going to place that across the two circles to act as the spiral itself. Might be a little bit too long still, so just play with that. Let's see. Oh, that looks pretty good. Not perfect, but decent enough. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a bit of a... Actually, I'll go and open the formatting tab. I'm going to give it a bit of a shadow. An internal shadow, an inner shadow, just to make it look a little bit metallic, but that's too much. So I'm going to turn down the blur from 12 down to, we'll say that to 5. That looks pretty good. That's not too bad. So what I'll do next is I'll just group those three shapes together just for ease of movement, and I'm going to make a bunch of copies to create my spiral. I'll just keep selecting them. Okay, so I've got 4 there. I'll just make copies. Come on, do that. Thank you. Another one there, and probably it's being a bit slow today. And then just another 2 there. Now, what I'll do is I'll position this one down the bottom in a similar spot to the one at the top. And then what I'm going to do next, I'll select all of them, making sure I don't accidentally select the rectangle, and I'm going to align. So I'll align them center first, and then I will distribute vertically so that they're all evenly spaced. So that's my basic spiral and notebook. What I need to do next is add my tabs, which are basically going to act like the links to go to different pages. So I'll insert this rectangle with just the 2 rounded corners. Make it maybe that long. I'll just change the color for now so that I can see it, and I'll give it an outline. So I'll just turn it over like this, and that's going to be my first tab. So I'll just copy by holding it down, holding down the control key and dragging. And I've got my 4 tabs there. What I want to do next is select them all, and I will first I'll distribute vertically so they're nicely spaced, and then I'll send them all to the back because I want them to be behind the notebook. And then I'll just use my arrows to move them down a bit, in this case so that they're even in the middle. Of course you can make them a little bit longer to fit the whole length of the notebook, but that'll do for now. And then the last thing I want to do is I actually don't want this red cover for my notebook, so I'm going to select it, and I'm going to go into Shape Fill and choose a picture, which comes from my patterns folder. I'm going to pick this floral pattern, And huzzah, now that looks a little bit too small for me, so I'm going to tile the picture. And there we go, that looks a lot better there. So I'll just leave this open. I'm going to select that picture, format paint this other rectangle. And there we go, that looks pretty good. And then I'll need to do the same for the tabs. So I'll double click Format Painter and just do the tabs. Now you can see there that you can barely see any of the pattern there in the tabs. And that's because where are we? So I'm just going to open the format shape again. So the reason that it's like that is because the picture is tiled and it's aligned at the top left. So if you keep an eye on that image there, and if I just select a different alignment, like say center, it'll select a different part of the picture. So I can do that with these other tabs as well. Maybe select, I don't know, top right, has a different result. So you can do that as well, or the tabs can be completely different. It's up to you. But basically, that is how you create this lovely floral notebook. Actually, I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to give it a shape outline because it does look a little bit weird without the outline. And I'll do the same for the tabs. I think that looks a little bit better. So there you go. You can even then select all of these objects and right click and save as picture, and that'll save it as a PNG. I've got a couple there that I've done because my screen recorder crashed a while ago. And there you go. You can use it as an image, insert it into your master slide, and there's your background. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you. Bye.